This is the YoTricks.com Forge. It was designed in collaboration with Sengoku Yoyos out of Japan. Sengoku Yoyos is owned by a guy named Julio Rupels, who is a real tinkerer when it comes to yo-yo design. He's always experimenting with really interesting and exciting materials, really extreme design, and he's always making a bunch of prototypes in order to fine-tune every design that he puts out. When it comes to yo-yo design, there are two fundamental concepts that hold true in almost all instances. Those are that lighter yo-yos tend to play faster, and that yo-yos with weight placed farther away from the center of the yo-yo spin longer. Yo-yo designers are always trying to balance speed and spin time, and they can use different materials and adjustments to the size and the shape of the yo-yo in order to achieve the best possible results. The standard for most metal yo-yos on the market is 6061 aluminum, with some designs being made out of 7075 aluminum. When designing in 6061 aluminum, you have to balance the speed and the spin power. If you make the yo-yo really heavy, it'll spin for a long time, but it's going to move slowly. If you make the yo-yo too light, it'll play fast, but it won't sleep for a long time. Because all of the walls and the cuts need to be made fairly thick with standard aluminum because it's not as strong as other materials, 6061 tends to be more limited when it comes to design. Overall, 6061 accommodates the needs of most yo-yo players while still being offered at very affordable prices. On the opposite end of the spectrum is titanium. Because titanium is so much stronger than aluminum, you can get the inner walls super thin, allowing you to put a larger percentage of the total weight on the rim. This allows a very light titanium yo-yo to have just as much or even more spin power than a standard aluminum yo-yo, all while playing much faster than a standard aluminum yo-yo because the yo-yo itself is lighter. While this all sounds great, titanium yo-yos tend to be about 6 times more expensive than standard aluminum yo-yos, often making it impractical for competitive players to obtain a full competitive set of 3 or more yo-yos. This is where the forge comes in. The forge is made out of 7068 aluminum, which is a very hard aluminum alloy that has a better strength to weight ratio than even many titanium alloys. When designing a yo-yo using 7068 aluminum, you can get the inner walls almost as thin as you can with titanium, allowing for a very light yo-yo with a large amount of rim weight, which means a very fast and long spinning yo-yo. We actually find that the forge weighs less than most of the titanium yo-yos on the market, while also playing with more power. Because 7068 is an aluminum alloy, it has a handful of advantages over titanium. It's much easier to machine than titanium, allowing for faster production and fewer defective units than titanium. 7068 can be beautifully anodized and blasted for a superior grinding finish over what titanium offers, and perhaps most importantly, 7068 offers similar performance to titanium while costing about a third of the price. This is the first prototype of the forge. To achieve our goal of a yo-yo that plays fast and has a powerful spin time, we started with a standard V shape, which tends to play faster than other designs. As you might be able to tell, it actually took a lot of inspiration from the Horizon. Both have very large diameters, which yield very powerful spins because more weight can be placed further from the center of the yo-yo. Both also include a large fingerspin bowl. Unfortunately, we found the bowl on the forge to look uninteresting, and it actually didn't make the best use out of the 7068 aluminum because it forced a lot of weight into the center. So we went back to the drawing board and made the second prototype. We kept the profile almost exactly the same, focusing on redesigning the inner cup. By taking out the bowl and adding a dimple, we were able to remove enough center weight to add a considerable amount of weight to the rims, allowing for a much more powerful spin. The forge played great, but the fingerspin dimple actually didn't work as well as we would have wanted. With the third prototype, which is identical to the production version, we added a step to the side of the bearing, which freed up a ton of center weight and dramatically increased horizontal performance. We took that weight and we were able to add a full 2 millimeters to the thickness of the rim, giving the forge a much more powerful spin. The step also allowed us to redesign the fingerspin area for long finger spins and easy catches. After adding the step, the forge started to look much more angular. To highlight the look of the forge, we added all these subtle lines to add to its angular aesthetics. After all these design changes, the final forge came in at 57.6 millimeters in diameter, 44.7 millimeters in width, and 64.5 grams in weight. Overall, we're super proud of the forge. It was a ton of fun to design, and we think it's an amazing competitive level 1A yo-yo. Special thanks goes to Julio from Sengoku Yoyos for all of his help with the design and the production. The Forge is out now, and we can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it.